We are live from Greencastle Antrim High School here in Greencastle, PA, for the first game of the day as the number 7 Railroaders take on number 6 Red Knights. Knights are in the white, Railroaders are in the black. RJ Hilliard making his return for the Railroaders today. Takes a snap on first down. He's going to go deep the privet and incomplete. So Hilliard goes deep on his first one back, and not the admirable result he wanted, I'd imagine. Hilliard last played for the Railroaders when they were the Assassins last spring. He left the team shortly after and has returned as a starting quarterback. Railroaders, very minimal on the sideline. They only have about 13 right now. What's at stake in this game is seeding. Railroaders, for a +9 win, would have the opportunity to have a tiebreaker over the Knights, but with 2 wins today, could take the number 6 seed from them. Hilliard running, taking off. RJ Hilliard still going. Finally taken down, but not before he got a first down. So RJ Hilliard returning after nearly a year since the last time he was playing for the Assassins / Railroaders. He did pop up on Doom Squad playing running back last fall. For any of those who remember Doom Squad. Unfortunately, once Doom Squad folded, RJ was without a home again, but now he seems to have found his way onto the Railroaders. First of 3 games today for Brunswick. 2 more against Ruckus and Broadaxe later today. Snap, Hilliard. There's a quick one to Privet. Privet's turning up. Still going. And he gets across midfield. Second down coming. Zero here in the first quarter. We mentioned this is the first of 3 games for Brunswick. This is the first of 2 for the Red Knights. Their second game will take place later on against Broadaxe. Way later on, because Broadaxe and Brunswick still have to play their second quarter and third and fourth. They already played their first. Snap, Hilliard going to his left side. RJ Hilliard, and he's going to be pulled down immediately. Nothing much there. So third down coming up for the Railroaders. With a win here, the Knights will clinch the 7th seed, and the Railroaders cannot move up. Or rather, I think the Knights clinch the 6th seed. Did I say 7th? Knights do have an opportunity to still try and get to the 5th seed, but they're going to need a lot of help for that to happen. He never retired, Jordan. He just took a little vacation. And we'll see what RJ can do for this Brunswick offense, who I believe is under 7th quarterback this season, but that's about on par with the usual amount of quarterbacks they play as the year goes on. Snap, Hilliard. He's going to roll out to his right. Throws it up. Complete down the field. First down, Railroaders. And a big time play as RJ rolled out of the pocket to his right side and found his man open downfield. And a first down for Brunswick. And this Railroaders team who has been improving very slowly but surely, is off to a good start here. If you're watching, please share to the Washington County page, Bunt Talk, or any other relevant pages. Man in motion, handoff going into the middle. Privet's still going before he's finally pulled down. We talked about the playoff seed possibilities earlier. Brunswick can still manage to get a 5th seed. However, they're going to need to win all 3 games today. And they're going to need Broadaxe to lose all 3 games today. That's the only way it can happen. On the other hand, they could go and stay at 7th with a loss here. This will clinch the 7th seed for them. They cannot surpass the Red Knights at that point. As for the Knights, they would need the same scenario to happen. As Hilliard passes it on that short screen, and they get the pull immediately. As mentioned for the Red Knights, they could get the 5th seed, but they would need Broadaxe to lose all 3 and to beat them by 6, I do believe. However, the Knights of a loss here could be facing the 7th seed. Their fate would be determined with their game against Broadaxe, as well as what happens with Brunswick's game against Ruckus and Broadaxe. We pan back onto the field. Hilliard. Rolling to his right. Throws it up. Incomplete. Third down approaching. See what Brunswick does. See if Brunswick can find the end zone here. His team only averages about 6 to 8 points per game on offense, somewhere in that ballpark. Don't have the number on me. Snap, Hilliard steps up. Fires, end zone, got it! Touchdown, Railroaders! And that was Brian Swagger on the reception. Hilliard to Swagger, the 2 men who helped found this team. And the score is now Railroaders 6, Red Knights 0. It was tipped and Swagger came down with it. And Brunswick has taken a 6-0 lead to start this game on the Red Knights. And they switched it. They seemed like they were going to go for 1 at first, but now they're going for 2. So 6-0 is the score. With the extra point pending. First of 6 games today. Coming up next to be Railroaders Ruckus, followed by Railroaders Broadaxe. That game is tied at 6 in the second quarter currently. Followed by Broadaxe Red Knights, ADR Broadaxe, and then finally ADR Program to conclude our regular season as playoffs begin. And off the Privet, and Privet's going to turn up. And he's in. The 2-point conversion is good, and Brunswick leads 8-0. So we put the camera down for a moment. Enjoy the sky view. It's only temporary. Nothing worth showing right now. Just gonna write down the score. So 8-0, and we talked about point differential, and that 8 points is the difference between the two right now. So they're sitting at 0, but the Knights still have the win on them. As Andy Hoffman and company will take the field. Man in motion. Snap. Hoffman fires it complete. First down for the Knights to start the drive. We're back in the booth, in case you were wondering. It seems like it's no longer taped off, so we'll be back here as long as we're needed. The floor actually feels like it's been redone, too. I have noticed that. It's not the same surface that I was in. That was a little spongy and soft. So thankfully it's fixed. They did have a lot of rain last few weeks. Thankfully, this turf field has allowed us to play. Otherwise, it may not have been a spring season, if not for Greencastle Antrim High School. Man in motion. Snap. Hoffman. Sacked! That was Shores on the sack. And it's going to be second down now for the Red Knights. To summarize both teams' seasons so far, Red Knights have showed potential early. They showed a lot of potential at the Broadaxe, and a lot of us thought maybe they had something that could be good soon, but they've been struggling with attendance since. You got to wonder if the guys will show back up or not come tournament time. We never know once playoffs hit. It's a different game. Everybody approaches it differently. Snap. Hoffman fires it up, complete. And they get the pull. And Ryan Swagger making plays out there. But not before the Knights make a big play themselves and get a first down. And you have to wonder, is this Brunswick defense going to be able to hold up against the Red Knights? The differential in numbers, it seems like they're about... I would say they're about the same. The Knights seem to have about 2 or 3 more players. Attendance has been an issue for Brunswick all season. Can't seem to get their full roster on there. They do have 3 games, though, to get their roster correct for the Broadaxe game, which they seemed like they had in hand a few weeks ago. Snap. Hoffman. Got it. Touchdown, Red Knights. And the score is now 8-6. And the Knights will go for 2 to try to stay in stride of Brunswick. Mind you, if they don't get it, that could be big for Brunswick. Another score, an extra point conversion, could make it a 9-point game. Brunswick could also get an interception here, return it for 2. That would increase it to 10-6. Snap, Hoffman. Bottom, got it. 2-point conversion is good. And the score is tied at 8. So we're tied at 8. Brunswick, with R.J. Hilliard, a quarterback, drives down the field and scores in their opening drive. Gets the 2-point conversion, so they have a little momentum to start. However, the Red Knights respond in fast fashion. And this game is now tied at 8 apiece. For that 6th seed between these two. And that can make a whole difference when it comes to matchups. Bracket is nowhere near set in stone. It will by the end of this day, however. Snap, Hilliard. Handoff. Still gone.
Good work, Bert.
And Bert, as they say. Albert. Bert for short. And Albert gets a first down for Brunswick. And the Railroaders still moving the ball very well. This offense looks a little consistent, and that's something we haven't seen out of them in a while. There's a sense of consistency. It's been a team of many schemes, Brunswick has, this year. They came out with different game plans almost in every game so far. Just approaching each game with what they got. That old school flag philosophy. You even have Kenny Diener out there playing receiver right now. At age 50. Snap. Hilliard. Gonna get it off. Incomplete. And broken up. Second down coming. A really nice breeze is going by. Temperatures are supposed to peak about 82 degrees today. There is a chance of thunderstorms, however. We'll see how that affects us. We know the storms last week caused tremendous problems for each team. Well, at least for Brunswick and Broadax. But all season long, it seems like the weather has not been on our side. Thankfully, the turf has allowed us to play in this wet environment. Otherwise, like I said, there wouldn't be much of a football league going on with the way the weather's been. Snap. Hilliard going to run option to his left, and he's going to pitch it to Burt again, and not much there. Third down coming for Brunswick. I was saying 3rd and 8. Tied at 8 here in the second quarter. Brunswick and Red Knights. The first game was an opening week. It was a 22-14 Red Knights victory. It was Daniel Taylor starting for Railroaders at the time. And it seems like starting there, it's just been a carousel quarterback since. Today it's Hilliard. Last week it was Ian Fisher, but Fisher is not here. For most of the season it's been Timmy Privet. Right now, Hilliard, with 4 wide receivers on the left, takes a snap. And he's sacked! And it's going to be 4th down for Brunswick. Get away from this bee. Oh, pesky buddy there. Just till it flies away. Punt coming. And that did not go very far. And it'll be down right at about the 30-yard line as the Red Knights begin their second drive. So Brunswick wins the first drive, but the Knights have won the last 2 in terms of battle. Let's see if the Railroaders can get a stop here. A very crucial drive coming up. Especially with the momentum being in the Knights' favor. Another score here could be detrimental for Brunswick. Especially when you consider they only have 13 guys today. Maybe 12 actually. Man in motion. Snap. Screen. Connects. Still going. And a first down for the Red Knights. Snap. Hoffman throws it up to Scunyon. Stepped out of bounds. Snap. Hoffman going into the middle himself. Andy Hoffman, plenty of room to go. Throws it back to King. And Andy said it was pitched in time, but Don Brown disagreed. First down for the Red Knights. I believe he looked like he at least got it. Puck is close to the line, if not on it, though. What's down? Snap. Hoffman. Middle complete. And it's a first down for the Knights once again. And Brunswick seems like they don't have much of an answer right now for what the Knights are doing. It might have to get into a shootout in order to keep up with them. Timeout, Railroaders. Sorry for the camera angle. Just trying to, a little fidgety. Snap. Hoffman. Fires it up. Got it. Touchdown, Red Knights. And the Knights make it 14-8. And Andy Hoffman looking sharp in this one. As the Railroaders, lacking in numbers, only 12 today. Gotta wonder if it's starting to catch up already. Especially in the secondary. 2-point conversion coming up. Remember, Brunswick can return this. Hoffman throws it up and complete. Try to get the Scunion, but its score will remain 14-8 as I sit down for a second and try to work the score. On the scoreboard, you can enjoy the sight of the other field. Kind of wish you could play here too. Wouldn't that be nice? So 14-8 the score is right now. So I tried to type this out. Really enjoyed my stay here up in Greencastle so far. It's been really nice coming up here, and thanks to the school district for allowing us to be here. If not for them, none of this is possible. Great facilities here. Great small town Greencastle is. Really I really like it up here. Was in Keystone yesterday for their championship game. Shout out to the X-Dogs for winning that. Between us and the Keystone League, it seems like Pennsylvania is the place to be for flag football this spring. Looking forward to see how we both continue to grow in the fall. Meanwhile, the Railroaders back on offense. Snap, Hilliard. He's going to throw it to Privet, way short of Privet. Second down coming. And I believe Brunswick is now up to 13 players. They've been with 12 for most of the game. They're up to 13 now. Perhaps they'll get more before this is over. The game's still in reach. It's only 14-8. But the Knights get the ball back to start the second half, so they have to be very alert and aware of that and take advantage of the situation they have right now. Snap, Hilliard. Quick screen again to Privet. And nothing there. And they get him in the backfield, so third down coming. Timeout, Knights. In this 14-8 game. Third and 3 coming up. And a false start on Brunswick. It's been a year of firsts for a lot of teams. First time ever this year the Warriors beat the program. First time ever this year Ruckus beat Broad X. First time ever this year the Warriors beat the Red Knights. First time they ever beat Ruckus. And there's a possibility, could the Railroaders for the first time beat the Knights? Magic seems to be coming up a little bit. Yes, mostly to the Warriors side. But at the same time, Ruckus did beat Broad X for 16 games. But right now, they might want to be worried about getting this first down because the offense has seemed like it's starting to sputter a little bit. Snap, Hilliard. RJ gonna run. He can get it himself. Yes, he will. First down, RJ Hilliard. And as somebody who's been watching RJ since the late 90s, when he played for my dad, this is the best I've seen RJ look. If you ever want to watch RJ's greatest hits, tune in to youtube.com/JoeyBlaze for the RJ3 highlight reel we have. And right now, he's living up to all his hype. Giving this Railroaders an offensive spark. The most points they've scored this season is 14 against the Knights in that first game. If he gets another score, he'll match that margin. And the point after will definitely surpass it. Don't like bees. They seem to be buzzing around here. Snap. Hilliard. Screen. And just nothing there. So we adjust the shot. Hilliard fakes, throws, batted down, incomplete. The intriguing part about all 6 of these games is that something is at stake here, one way or the other. Looking across the way, as mentioned, this game will determine 7th place. For the most part, at least. If Brunswick wins, it does complicate it a little bit, depending on the margin of victory. Brunswick still has 2 more games to go. Knights have 1 more after this. So this is a very crucial one to start with. Ruckus could peak as far as a 2 seed, but could be as a 5 seed by the end of this day. As Hilliard takes his snap. Throws, and broken up incomplete. So now it's Washer on Swagger. Is it? Might be the service. Let me know how it looks. And Ross, if you haven't shared already, you know what to do. So 4th down, punt coming. Privet gets it off, and it's going deep. And it'll go down at about the 17-yard line. As we mentioned, well, we're going to see how this works out. Just testing it out, see how this goes. We are live from the second half. Pass complete. Third down coming up for the Knights in this 14-8 game here in the third quarter, rather. Yeah. There's still no D-line on that field. Snap, no rush. Throws a Scunion, incomplete. So 4th down coming. I believe they said 3rd last trip down. But I never know this league. I'll hear one word, I'll hear one down 1 minute, and then hear something else the next. Had to adjust the camera. Had issues with everything. Hey Ross, hope this works better. Had to reset my phone and everything, so maybe that'll fix it. Seems like maybe I was missing an update or something. Snap, Hoffman going to it, and why not? And that's going to be flag on the Railroaders for holding. Fourteen to 8, Red Knights, Ross. Started to be as a beehive in here. I'm getting out. Turn back around. There we go. Snap, Hoffman. Throws it up. Caught. And he's going to be rolled down. I'm going to move a little bit because the amount of bees in this thing I've seen today is kind of unheard of. And I'd rather not deal with any more bees than I dealt with yesterday. The killer bees are enough bees for me for a weekend. Starting to wonder if there is a bee's hive in there. Because I've seen nothing but bees the entire time. Snap, Hoffman. Throws caught, touchdown, Red Knights. And the Knights take a 20-8 lead. My only guess, Peter, is that they're trying to not wear themselves out in the trenches because they have only 13 guys and they don't want to go, and they're going both ways. Yeah, they're dropping a 9 and still getting burned. And this one may be getting lopsided here any second, as the numbers game is starting to favor against Brunswick, both on the field and on the scoreboard. As the Knights with this 2-point conversion, or actually extra point, Andy's going for now. Gets it complete. Wow, to Gary in the middle. And Thomas with the reception. And the Red Knights take a 22-8 lead on Brunswick. That's 22 unanswered by the Red Knights. And if this keeps going, then the Knights will solidify that number 6 seed, and Brunswick will be sitting at 7. And that's been the problem. It's the numbers game. Just, you could say it's affected the Knights, but today it's affecting Brunswick in the worst possible way. Swagger put the invite out there for anybody who wanted to come play. We'll see if more arrive as the day goes on. Remember, they have 2 games to go. Third quarter, Ross. Snap, Hilliard. Good option left. And they get the first down. So we'll walk across. And I'll stand back away because I still see that little buzzer. Bees are dumb. No, I love bees. Snap, Hilliard. Throws it up and incomplete. hold it. My hands get a little fidgety after a while. Caught by Privet! First down! Well, I needed a camera person, and have me to see the commentary. So we walk down the bleachers. Privet with a big time catch gets Brunswick in the red zone. Score 21-8. Need a stabilizer if anything. Tripods are also harder to hold like when you're close like this. Belt! First down, still going. And they're down right at about the 6. Or actually, sorry, I misread the line, 11. So many lines down there. Snap, Hilliard taking off, and he gets down right about the 3. However, nope, that's not a penalty, it's just a regular flag. Always hard to tell when they're yellow. Seems to be some confusion on that nice sideline. 21-8, Ross. Snap, Hilliard. Fakes it. Gonna run it. And got it. Touchdown, Railroaders. So I feel a raindrop starting. Hopefully not a sign of things to come the rest of the day. I'll check the weather after this game. And Brunswick pulls within 21-13. Or 14, rather. Here in the third. And with this extra point, it'll be the most points that Brunswick has scored all season. Bad snap, but it's up and got it through. It's good. And Brunswick has made it 21-15. And with 15 points, I actually believe that Brunswick has scored their most points for the season. And they are another score away, I do believe, from breaking their all-time franchise record for most points. This actually may be their record. I'm not sure. Somebody wants to look that up. I might look it up. So the Brunswick offense is clicking today in the best kind of way. I wonder, though, if they can hold up for the total of 3 games they have. Hopefully the weather holds up for the 3 games that they have, and the other 3 games we still have to play afterwards. So as we walk down the fence row, the score is currently 21-15 in favor of the Red Knights. As we start the 4th quarter, what's at stake is the fact that the number 6 and 7 seed could be determined with this game. A Red Knights win and they clinch 6th, and the Railroaders will clinch 7th. Due to the tiebreaker they have over the Railroaders, they defeated them. Snap, Hoffman. Flea flicker. Complete to Scunyon. Still going, Mikey Scunyon. They ain't gonna catch him. Touchdown, Red Knights. And the score is now 27-15. One play, one score, 65 yards, Hoffman to Scunyon. And the Knights have taken a 12-point lead. And this Brunswick defense looks tired. Hilliard is down on their sideline, and I don't know if he's injured or not. He's holding his head. Hopefully RJ is okay. They need him right now, especially after the Red Knights just extended this lead to 12. A lot of praise to Scunyon. He's been around a long time. Extra point good. Hoffman to Joppy. And that's 2 actually, and that's going to make the score 29-15 Red Knights. Hilliard's still down, so I think Privet might be the one getting the start out there. At least you would think. Hilliard is still down, and I don't think he'll be back in this game. So the score 29-15 Red Knights. Their most points scored all season. Brunswick, this is their most points scored all season, 15. They're not going to use Privet on the first play. They'll throw it to him, though, and he comes down with it. Still going. One man to beat. Timmy Privet. Got it. Touchdown, Railroaders. 29-21. And Brunswick has set a franchise record for most points in their franchise history. Yeah, good Lord. For a single game. Took me a long time to get that right. So 21 points is the new margin for Brunswick's all-time single-game scoring record. The previous margin, I believe, was somewhere, I can't quite remember. I'll have to look it up later, but 21 points, a new record for the Brunswick Railroaders. 3 touchdowns today. And this offense is coming to life late in the season at the right possible time. However, I have to wonder if both sides are just fatigued at this point. They're just the same amount of numbers, and it seems like the defenses are giving up more plays. Extra point coming here in what's become a shootout between the Railroaders and the Red Knights. Offsides, as Swagger missed a kick. Extra point coming, it's up and nowhere near good. And the score will remain 29-21 in favor of the Red Knights. So 29-21 here in the fourth quarter. And Brunswick setting a team record today. Most points in a flag game for them at 21. And in motion at Skunyon. Snap, Hoffman, hands off at the middle. Ooh. Got ran into. As the rain is starting to participate a little bit. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So 29-21 here in the final quarter. Snap, Hoffman, handoff middle. Still going. He's going to pitch to King? No. Still going. Did he get the pull? Yes. That's Privet with the flagpole, just short of the end zone. But a first down for the Red Knights. And we'll walk our way down there. Across the fence row. As the Knights, who've already scored a season high 29 points, seek out to score more. Snap, Hoffman. Pitch to the left. And they still don't got him. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Red Knights. And the game is now 35-21 Knights. See if Brunswick responds. Hoffman throws, complete to Scunyon. And they get the extra point. So the score is now 36-21 Red Knights. And that train going by is not for the Railroaders. Did anybody heard it from the distance or not? So 35-21 is, or 36-21 rather, is the score. And after a combined 22 points in the first half, both of these teams in the second have combined for 35. And we're not done yet. Gotta think the defenses are getting decimated right now. You gotta wonder how Brunswick will hold up against Ruckus in the next game. So he shift back onto the field. Snap. Still going. First down for the Railroaders. And I think I've seen more running in this game than I have all year in flag football. Both teams just eager to run the ball at this point. And it helps against these defenses who are just completely tired. As Brunswick continues to get yards on this Knights defense, and the Knights continue to get points on the Brunswick off defense as well. So when it's basically 13 against maybe 14 for the Knights, maybe 15, it's easy to see how each team can be so exhausted by now, especially with how physical this game is played. Snap. Batted and incomplete. Second down. Two minutes left for Brunswick. Still alive. But in need of a lot of help. Starting with a score here. Snap. It's going to throw it up again, this time to Swagger. And it's going to be picked off. And that might be it. Touchdown, Red Knights. 42-21. And I'd imagine that's game. And that just did it right there. Brian calls it, and the Red Knights win 42-21. Thank you for joining us this morning. The Red Knights have clinched the number 6 seed. Brunswick has clinched the number 7 seed. So 7 will be the Knights, 7 will be the Railroaders, 6 will be the Knights, and we still have to determine 5, 4, 3, 2, and, well, we already know who's number 1. For Joey Blaze, congratulations, Red Knights. We'll be back shortly.